Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
There's Mr. Enfuego, one half of the Baseball Junkies podcast. Before we get the show going, we just want to make sure that both you, the viewer, and the listener are fully aware that this podcast is not intended to provide any form of investment advice. The opinions expressed here by either the host or any guest do not necessarily reflect the views of any sports card investor, organization, and or entity within the sports card market. Any discussion of sports card values in the past or present is not a guarantee of future performance. Two collectors with a common love of baseball cards. A League of Her Own, Mr. Enfuego. Welcome to the Baseball Junkies podcast.
Hey guys, welcome to the Baseball Junkies podcast. Merry Christmas. I'm your host, Adrian from A League of Her Own.
And I'm your friendly neighborhood Scrooge, Mr. Enfuego.
Thank you guys so much for being here today. We're excited to bring you another podcast, getting close to closing in the year of 2023. And man, I'm feeling good. I am feeling good. I am so, Christmas spirit. And oh yeah. How about you, Mr. Enfuego or Scrooge or whatever you want to be right now?
This week has been epic. I got a couple of announcements that I'm going to save for the after hours show.
Awesome.
About what's been going on. But yeah, aside from the holidays, yeah, I'm feeling nice long vacation.
Awesome. I got some announcements towards the end of the show too, that my channel members already know about. So you guys channel members, keep it quiet. But I'm gonna give everybody kind of a hint towards the end here. Anyways, let's get into this week's baseball card goodies and hobby news. Let's get going right in there with the upcoming releases. So as we close in on 2023, we don't have anything. I guess it depends on how you look at it. I want to say nothing too crazy. However, Panini National Treasures is coming out. I did see some first off the line, or Mr. Fuego and I did see some first off the line videos of it already. That's to be released later this week. It was on Dutch auction, the first off the line, at least. The regular hobby boxes will be out, but the first off the line was Dutch auction. They went for about $900 box. First up, National Treasures and first off line, you're supposed to get like nicer, more parallels, nicer autos, and things of that nature. And as we've been saying all year long, you guys may or may not know. Maybe there's some new people watching. Panini didn't have any active players this year. They've never had like not never, but most recently never had like logos and stuff like that. So we're seeing a lot of retired players, a lot of prospects. The one box I saw on RGL's channel I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty decent. I mean, guys, check out RGL's opening of that. There's probably more openings of it. National Treasures is just yet another one of those products that if I do buy any of it, it's a singles kind of thing. The boxes are way too expensive. There are some beautiful like patch autos that come out of National Treasures for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, for what it is, it's not something I'm going to buy and rip open. We also there's an Onyx product coming out. I barely even want to mention it, but those are the only few like products that are coming out. I believe Mr. Fuego said there's 2 cards in this pack.
I mean, yeah. So this particular product is a 2-card pack. Okay, both cards are actually on-card autographs, and it's running for about $60. I mean, I know there has to be some sort of market for this particular product. I mean, this falls in line with Panini. It with the exception of active players, you actually do see some players in there, but there's no licensing, so you're not going to see logos.
So Onyx is just not something I waste my time on at all. Like the only way you're going to get me to get an Onyx product personally, and actually don't get me wrong, I've actually seen some Onyx cards from previous years that actually don't look that bad, but I'm definitely not opening it. Maybe if I saw a particular card at a card show that looked good, if the player I like, maybe I'll pick it up, but it's not for me. Okay, so for the past few weeks, we've been talking about the Japan edition, and we were waiting for it to come out, and I guess it came out, and we just completely missed it. Must have came out on Topps, or I don't know how both of us did miss it, because we like religiously watch our emails or check the Topps site every day, but the Japan edition of Topps flagship did release on the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
We went back and watched some videos of it. They do have the cool cherry blossom parallels in there. There's a lot of inserts of Japanese players from the World Baseball Classic. They did have a newer
new parallel strength. They actually had the new cherry blossom variation, and then they also have a new insert, strength and numbers.
So that is available. You probably find that in that. I don't know what it sold for on Topps. I'm gonna guess maybe between $100 and $125. But yeah. Also, yeah, as far as upcoming products go, we're not going to see anything really substantial now till mid
January.
January. Stadium Club got pushed back again to the 24th, I believe now. That's one of the most beautiful products I think that we have. So that's what I got for upcoming products. I just want to get right into the reviews because not much there. But let us know what you guys think. Let us know in the comments. Let us know if there's something else we're completely missing. And yeah. All right, let's do reviews. Okay. First off the line, National Treasures. We did get to see a box of that, like I said. Too much money. $900 Dutch auction for first off the line. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be $600 or $700 for National Treasures.
Yeah.
I should look it up and like let you all know, because I know you all want to, some of you might be into buying boxes of National Treasures to purchase, but it's expensive. We also did get a few Tops products that dropped on Tops only. The Brooklyn collection, Expectations, and the World Baseball Classic, which is there. Those are still available on Tops for $80, and it's not looking too bad. Expectations. So that dropped and it piqued my interest because it's a box. They were $200. You get 2 autographs out of it. At first glance, looking at Tops, it looked like it might be all right. Looked like it might be good. And then we saw a few openings of it, and it's got very strong like Panini vibes to it. The look of it. And I did see some great autos, but I saw a lot of just ho hum. It was very, very ho hum to me. What do you think?
And we talk about expectations, right?
Yes.
I expected a lot more.
Yeah. Okay.
It did not live up to its name.
That it sold out like right away on Tops because I remember I was texting you about it and I didn't even have time to like think about it. So
I mean,
I
it does present that Panini vibe to it,
mhm,
which, is an instant turnoff for a lot of collectors,
mhm.
and Expectations is what? A relatively new product that was just released? I mean, it hasn't even been around that long.
I don't know if this has been previous years and it's just something that I missed. Um,
Yeah.
I'm seeing it so it was on Topps website, $200, sold out right away within an hour. I see it on Blowout Cards now for about $300. Uh, Product highlights. After 20 years of dormancy. Oh, so this was okay. So this is something that used to be that they've brought back. Topps
Okay.
has brought the rookie-centric Expectations brand back to life, exchanging the hardwood for the diamond. Look for a compelling checklist made up of fresh-faced MLB newcomers and seasoned veterans alike. All cards. Okay, this is part's kind of cool. All the cards in there are numbered to 99 or less. They are thicker cards, 48 point stock. You get 2 autographs. I'm gonna bring up. Let's see. I got one here on eBay just to give you kind of. This is a kind of a nice one here of Anthony Volpe. So kind of give you guys a look at what these cards look like. And if you're watching with us now on YouTube, this is up on the screen. But if you're listening to us on your podcast format, just look up 2023 expectations. What do you guys think of this? It reminds me of something we see in Chronicles. Like I can't think of in Chronicles there's so many different types of cards that
Yeah, it's kinda
come out in there, and
mosaic-ish.
kind of so this is a 22 out of 25 Anthony Volpe. That's what the back of it looks like there. And then I wanted to see, yeah, this one's up for 249 or best offer. So good luck on that. So Brooklyn collection came out as well. And I'll look that up too. I've been enjoying the rips of it. I've been enjoying the rips. This was also $200 on
Yes.
uh Tops.
And it's kind of formatted in relation to Inception, with the exception with Topps Inception, you only get 1 autograph, but with Brooklyn Collection, you're actually getting 2.
Okay.
But when you look at it, the first thing that comes to your mind, well, at least for me, it did.
Mhm.
It gave the first thing that screams is Topps heritage.
Yeah, and it had like a very like 70s vibe going to it too. I felt like with some of the colors.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring up some of those images if I can.
Now I
Ooh.
did know that the inserts that they have in it, the 60th and Broadway die cut inserts, they look pretty good,
Uh-huh.
but if you do actually get involved with this particular product and you pull that one die cut that automatically triggers, I'm gonna go get this graded, just be mindful. Die cuts are very hard to get gems because of all the cuts.
100%. So here's a look. Let me see if I can blow this up for a little bit bigger here. Um There we go. Not too good here, but this is a pretty much your standard looking card. This is a blue variation number to 40 and Mike Trout right here on this one. I also saw oop. We'll bring it back here. Here's one of the auto looking ones. This one's kind of cool if you're a Red Sox fan here. So there's a Dustin Pedroia auto here. So when we watch some of it, I have seen some cool rookie autos pulled out of it, but I've seen a lot of
Hall of Famers.
Hall of Famers or old time great. We did see Kenny Lofton get pulled today, and
seen a Goose Gossage,
Dave Winfield. So fun. It's fun. It's something fun. I don't know if it's, unfortunately, I don't know if it's worth the money with a lot of the products that are coming out right now. So, but that is something else that did come out. Also, still available on Topps is the World Baseball Collection. Those are $80, which is a good deal. And
it is.
I'm gonna pull that up on Topps to kind of give a look, because I'm almost thinking, like, just because it's been so long since I've ripped anything, and I'm always like trying to find something. Maybe the World Baseball Classic was a lot more popular than I had anticipated, and really enjoyable this last year or so, or before the baseball season started. So might be something fun. They are going to show me some pictures. Excellent. Let me present this to those of you on YouTube. And if you guys are interested, it is still something you can get on Topps here. So $80. Let's see. Does it give me any information on here?
Yeah.
Here's a look.
You scroll down a little bit. On the right-hand side, it should give you like a description.
Oh, description right here. Collect the entire 100 card base set, 100 of the best subjects from the 20 countries who completed the 2023 World Baseball Classic. And you can get it's a 10 card pack, and the checklist and everything is available on top still. You can scroll through and see what we've got here. They've nice Mookie Betts USA card they're showing off. Ooh, it's a nice Julio Rodriguez Dominican card. There you go, Mr. Fueros. Another one for the PC. Here's country debut for Ronald Acuna for Venezuela.
Yep.
Love it. That's a very interesting relic sticker auto of Shohei Ohtani they're showing there. And there's a nice Juan Soto, another auto parallels, looking like probably all sticker autos. We got a really cool captain's insert of Mike Trout. Ooh, Japan. It's got kind of like a shattered glass look to it.
I do like the background.
The background does look cool on this. I mean, $80. I mean, 10 cards, but still. Might not be too bad. What do y'all think of that? Those are the three things that we saw pop up on Topps this week. First off the line, let me see. I'm thinking, so I watched some of the expectations. I got over that real quick. It just didn't for me. Brooklyn Collection. I was enjoying the openings of that. I felt like the autos weren't horrible. They were pretty decent in there.
We can do without National Treasures, because I think National Treasures is more designed and more geared for your football and basketball collectors.
It really is at this point. It's just that also it does make me wonder if Fanatics, once they've got everything, what they're going to do, if they're going to have something. And I know Topps does have like diamond icons and tier 1 and different high-end things like gilded, Topps gilded and football and basketball. Woo. But it'll be interesting to see how that goes. They'll have more of these super high-end products when they take over those entities. So, all right. That's it. That's all I got for upcoming products, for reviews. You got anything else you want to add to that there? Let's get right into that hobby news. All right, guys. Where shall we go first? How about we talked last week about the SuperFractor Brady, Tom Brady's autoed and non-autoed cards that are in Bowman draft. The hunt is still wild on that. That Tom Brady is up on Golden. If you guys didn't know that, I'll try to bring that up for you guys here.
And if you don't know which one we're talking about, the SuperFractor Tom Brady autograph was pulled on Triple Diamond Breaks on one of their live streams, and Adrian's getting ready to pull it up right now. It's actually gone up to Golden, and Mr. Goldman himself is actually advertising that it's in his possession, and that with this card specifically, it's a single card auction.
Mm-hmm.
And starting bid, if I'm not mistaken, was like at $50K, 55,000, something like that.
Yep.
And look at that.
And there it is with 9 bids at 90,000 with a buyer's premium of $109,800 for a Tom Brady autographed SuperFractor baseball card. A Tom Brady super collector, you think? I mean, it's got to be, right?
Definitely. But what kills me though is this Bowman first SuperFractor is far more valuable than his actual rookie cards out of football products.
Yeah. Are they? Have we? I didn't even think to look at other football.
I've seen one of his rookie cards. It sold for like $600.
$600?
Yes.
Was it like a SuperFractor graded? No. So I'm wondering, like another SuperFractor graded, which I'm sure if anybody's watching that might be all over this, they might know. But does this surprise me? Kind of surprises me with the market being the way it is. We have definitely shifted downward as far as like crazy prices on things.
And it's all marketing. That's what's driving this thing so damn crazy.
The marketing, has been insane on that. What I'm dying to see, like in the comments, what everybody thinks. Definitely head over to the Baseball Junkies after hour show on Mr. Fuego's channel after the podcast today, where we'll talk to you guys more one-on-one in the chat. But just let you guys know here, listen on podcasts, if you're into baseball cards or sports cards at all. The 2023 Bowman draft Tom Brady 1 of 1 is a PSA 9 on Golden Auctions. Currently
I'm on eBay now, and his 2000 Bowman PSA 8 sold for $600.
Interesting. I can't believe this got a PSA 9. No,
I mean, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Okay. Moving on. The past week, 2 weeks, this whole Backdoored card. So this out of the same product, Bowman draft that just released last week, 2023 Bowman draft, in my opinion, didn't need this Tom Brady to be a super popular product, especially among baseball card collectors, especially among those that love to prospect. Bowman has has the Bowman first cards in it. So a lot of players that are up and coming in the minor system that people are watching, and it's their first card. A lot of collectors want that first card of the next latest and greatest baseball player. So Bowman products, that's why they're so popular.
Yep.
Some dude got on eBay and posted a whole bunch of SuperFractors of cards that came out of this Bowman product. So it was very, very odd seeing one person with all these SuperFractors that came up. Okay, so they get more people start researching it. All the other YouTubers out there, doing their research. Suddenly, this guy from Fort Worth, Dallas.
Yep, DFW was the eBay name.
Very close to the place where these cards are made. They all come up, research done. All of a sudden, he takes them all down. More research. These were all cards that were thrown away. They were like misprints that weren't supposed to make it. Somebody dumpster dived, put them all up, trying to sell them all. How stupid was this dude to put all of them up at once? If you're going to do some shady stuff like that, how stupid is it that those cards are just thrown in the garbage and not shredded up? What is going on?
That makes perfect sense, Adrian. That's why I wasn't done.
Sorry. Oh, it makes perfect sense. That's why it wasn't done.
Exactly.
The military. If it makes sense, we ain't doing it.
Because now that I think about it, and I think I sent you information on it. So Sports Card Investor actually talked about it a little bit. And one of the ideas that they came up with was plant a massive shredder in the middle of the facility and have that under 24-hour surveillance. So when there's cards that meet that defect criteria and need to be discarded, it can be done so under watchful eye so that things like this do not happen.
With everything that's going on in sports cards and in the hobby and stuff, with all the stuff that they just had happen with the last Bowman Pro, where they had duplicate, triplicate, autographed one-of-one cards, and they had to do the huge buyback. Like, I don't know. Maybe there might be more to it than I know. I don't work there. I don't know anybody that works there, but like, wouldn't that be like number one on your list of things to like get fixed and put checks in line? And
you would think
like it's not like it happened and then it happened on the next product a few months later. It happened and like it happens on the very next product. So,
but I mean,
where are the priorities?
Even if you have all your T's and I's dotted as far as coming up with a plan to prevent something like this from happening, you know that there's individuals that's out there, whether they're in the manufacturing industry of the product or distributors, whatever the case may be, somebody will go out through hell and high water to find a loophole to get their piece of the pie, if you will.
I'm trying to look up this dude on eBay. He's probably I'm not even. I'll post.
He probably took down his eBay.
What's that?
He probably took down his
He probably did take his eBay down, but there's so many videos. I'll put Dan the Card Bands and maybe SCI some videos for you guys to check out if you haven't already. But this is like stuff like this like continues to happen every few weeks, and it's like there's the whole. I keep thinking about their Fanatics whole thing about 10xing the hobby. That's their thing that we've been ragging on them for since they said it when they took over. And I'm like, I just buy less and less and less and less. I buy more and more singles and from third parties and things like that. Looking at next week on the podcast, we're going to talk about how the 2023 year went for us, and we'll talk about what we're hoping for in 2024. But when I go back and think about it, a lot of things have changed. Like absolutely no more whatnot for me. Like if I look, I'm going to look and see how many hobby boxes I opened in 2022 and how many hobby boxes I opened in 2023, because that'll be a fun number. And I guess breaks is where they're making all their money, and that's where they want everything's at. And maybe I'm just so out of it because I do get in a break here and there with very low-key people. And I'm like, if that's the only way to do it now, I'm like, my mindset is headed over to Loop, because I'm thinking about there's certain like card shops. Now Loop is it's kind of similar to Whatnot, but it's just card shops.
More transparent too.
Yeah. And so we'll see how that goes from there. But yeah. Speaking of more ways to 10x the hobby, I'm dying to hear everybody's opinion about how they feel about this. If you guys saw, Fanatics recently collaborated with a YouTuber called Dude Perfect, which I personally hadn't heard of, but they're super popular. 60 million subscribers. They do all like crazy fun stuff. It's super popular with kids. And so they had them on to do breaks on Fanatics Live. And I guess the idea was it was supposed to be for kids and like get more kids to join in. But as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I don't know who Do Perfect. I don't know who Do Perfect is. I've been shying away from Fanatics Live because I'm just like so worried or nervous to spend my money there. I don't know if I'm being shillbitted against. I don't know
Yeah.
if I have a chance. With all the stuff going on, I don't know. It doesn't excite me. It doesn't excite me. What do you think? What do you think, Mr. Fuego? When you heard that Dude Perfect was breaking on Fanatics, what did that make you say or
I
think?
mean, honestly, how is it collaborating with somebody of notoriety, if you will, benefiting the common collector? I mean, first we started out with this 5-card set of sports card influencers. Not one of them was your average Joe.
Mhm.
Okay. Then we got Fanatics collaborating with guys like Dude Perfect or Perfectly Dude or whatever he identifies him as. I mean, I would just love to see somebody from Fanatics just go to a small town card show and just follow the average collector. You know, if I think it would give a better perspective that Fanatics is trying to engage and have the best interest of the collectors in their mind better if they link up with that father-son duo who's just actually roaming the regular card stores or a card show, if you will, and just getting the perspective of an everyday guy who's introducing his child into the hobby. I mean, that screams you're focusing on the collector. You know,
Mhm.
when you're going to the MLB flagship store and you got nothing but damn celebrities over there,
Mhm.
what is that doing?
Well, I hear what you're saying, but I'm trying to think what I get what they're trying to do. They want to bring kids in and they're trying to bring together or think of different ways to get kids excited about it.
What
And
does Timmy
maybe
know about Kevin Hart or Travis Scott?
what does Timmy know about Kevin Hart? Like they probably know him from the YouTubes, from the TikToks, you know.
I mean,
But I could see that working if Kevin Hart and Travis Scott are like super into collecting, and they went on and said why they collect. But
mhm,
like Do Perfect, I don't know if those guys collect cards, but if they did and they came on and said this is who I collect and this is why and got all hopped about it. But if somebody's getting paid, just strictly paid to come on and like break cards, like they're gonna, say whatever they're gonna say whatever they want. Uh it seems to me like I felt like I saw on YouTube a couple times where they had like Bobby Witt come on
right.
or other active players that came on and would break stuff or do things like that. Because I did see a mention on some other channels talking about, oh, why aren't they doing like getting like retired players to come on and stuff like that? Some kids, you and I might really enjoy that, but like some kids like that don't know who like Randy Johnson are,
Yeah,
things like that, that might not get them super excited about it. But I feel like Julio Rodriguez would be a great one to like he kind of did the tops things, but if he came on and was a little bit more personal and like was like,
yeah.
hey
I mean,
kids,
it's
this and that,
like
you know,
there's shows out there outside of YouTube that do that.
uh-huh.
MLB Network, prime example. They have a show out
Yeah.
there. It's called Carded.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
one. There is
Mhm.
another one that the host is Matt Strom, who's actually a professional player, and
Yeah.
he does a thing called the Card Life.
Yeah. I
You know,
remember, Phil Hughes talking about him, might have had him on opening stuff one time, and I wonder what happened to Phil Hughes, I miss him. He was pretty fun
he
too.
was awesome.
Um, but I mean, I get it. I get it. I tell you what, when you go to like an MLB event, like when I went to the All-Star game, they have it figured out at these events. They did so many things for kids to do, like running the bases and winning a prize and
Right.
pretending to be in the MLB draft and coming up on stage and they I mean, I feel like we're so close. We're close.
Yeah.
They're there. They've got ideas. Just get more people into the hobby. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the Do Perfect thing worked out for them, and I just don't know it. But it just doesn't seem like it because all we hear about on YouTube is people like, "What the heck is this?"
Mm-hmm.
But I guess at the same time, I feel like as the average collector, I'm getting like forgotten about.
Yeah, get no
too,
love.
because it makes me like if you 10x a hobby and I'm like not buying anything at all, like I'm not seeing how that works out. But
Yeah.
that's my hobby news, sir.
Yep.
I think that's all I'm going to talk about for the hobby news. I think I'm going to get into fun stuff here and get right into that the trivia
Let's do
question. You guys ready for that trivia? Last week's winner was Lock-In 99. We had him up on the website all week, guys. Definitely go over and check out our website. Hit us up on there as well. And then tonight's winner, you're going to go up on there as well for a week.
That's
and get
if
a
you
little
get
shout out if you win. All right, guys, you ready? Here we go.
All right. So, for those of you who are going to be tuning in on your normal podcast stations, the question of the week was, which of the four Mariners holds the franchise record for most 4-hit games in a single season? Okay. The answer that should have came across your mind should have been none other than Ichiro Suzuki, who had a total of 10 4-hit games in 2004. And we do have a winner.
We have a winner. I'm seeing it as Jeremy for a 2011 Cards fan.
That's who I see.
That's who you have. Congratulations,
Congrats, Jeremy.
2011 Cards fan. We're going to get you all hooked up onto our website. You guys head over to his channel and give him a like and a sub. And thank you, Jeremy, for playing tonight. All right. It's top 5 time. You ready? Yeah. All right, here we go. Top 5. Let's go. Well, I'll be darned. It's Shohei Ohtani's Topps Series 2 rookie card. Very first rookie card. Pitching. Beautiful. That card is number 5 in sales this week. We have got, 7-day decrease of 6.5%, a 30-day increase of 23.7%. You can pick this card up for about, it's going up a little bit, about $30 to $35 raw on eBay.
Well, the most recent PSA 10 sold on the 22nd for $168.
I want to note that is a huge dip of what that card was going for in 2020.
I guess they're trying to keep it within reason since he won't be pitching next year.
Yes, 100%. All right, number 4, guys. Here we go.
Mama, it's that bad man again.
This is actually my favorite Shohei Ohtani rookie card right here. This is the 2018 Topps Heritage base rookie card. 7-day increase of 2.5%, 30-day increase of 13%. Also another $30 to $35 card raw on eBay. This year and 2019 were my two favoriteest years of Heritage. And I love that shot of him there. So
yeah, at least with this one also sold on the 22nd at a PSA 10 for $160.
$160. I think I have this card graded. I think I might have the archives one graded. Anyways, moving on. Number 3. And yes, if you haven't guessed it yet, Shohei Ohtani is all over the top 5 baseball cards that are being sold this week. Even though we're only on number 3, I just didn't want you guys to be disappointed. This is the 2018 Topps Update rookie debut base card of Shohei Ohtani. 7-day increase of 7.5%, 30-day increase of 22%. This card is going for roughly $20 to $25 raw on eBay.
Well, for a PSA 10, I guess everybody's starting to do their last minute Christmas shopping because this one also sold on the 22nd for $102.50.
There we go. Okay. I love this next card coming up, guys. Here we go. Number 2. It was total coincidence that the trivia question coincided with the number 2 card here on the list tonight. We have the 2018 Topps Update Base Japan's Finest card. This image shows Shohei Ohtani laughing it up with Ichiro. We've seen a 7-day increase of 52.5% and a 30-day increase of 29.7% on the sales of this card. This card is going for about $12 on eBay raw.
And I think the only reason why this card sold for what it did was because Ichiro's on it. But this one also sold on the 22nd at a PSA 10 for $53. But the one previous to that sold for just under $75.
Interesting. It's, it's just a fun card of 2 greats right now. Now, Ohtani still has, career, but his last season was unbelievable, and Ichiro had a great career. So very cool card. All right. It's time for number 1. Which Shohei Ohtani card is it gonna be? This week's number 1 card on the baseball card sales is the 2018 Bowman base card. Of Shohei Ohtani, by the way, Shohei Ohtani rookie card. 7-day increase of 2.6%, a 30-day increase of 33.1%. This card is about $25 raw on eBay.
Okay. Well, this one, I'm not even going to mention when it was sold because everything, just like everybody else, this one sold for the most recent was at $115. The one previous to that sold for $160.
There you go, guys. That's our top 5 of the week. And now it's time for that wonderful time of the podcast, the baseball card banter. All right. Want to kick off the banter with something that Mr. Enfuego and I went back and forth on this week. There is a section on the Topps website called Topps Ripped, and they came out with a few articles this week, like they do every week, of the top 5 products, Topps baseball products of 2023. And I will bring that list up and show you what Topps Ripped had to say. And then, of course, Mr. Enfuego and I are going to, rip it apart. Because
I've already got it up for you. Just hit present.
Oh, excellent. Oh, thank you so much, sir. You're the best. You are the best.
All right. So this actually came out on the 20th. Okay. And this is Topps opinion, mind you. So they came up with the top 5 products of 2023 that they believe carried the year over. So we're going to go through this one by one. We'll dissect it a little bit, but then we'll talk more about it in the after hour show and give our opinions. But the first one they came up with at number 5 was Topps Cosmic.
And Mr. Enfuego and I both agreed that this definitely belonged on the list. We just thought number 5 was a little too low for it.
Definitely too low. I mean, granted, I do when at some point Adrian and I will give our top 5, but with me, I actually came up with a criteria on how I came up with my top 5, and we'll speak on that later on. But yeah, definitely Chrome Cosmic too low on the list. So number 4, Series 1. My opinion, this should be number 5. With any flagship, yeah, I would expect for it to be on a top 5 or a top 10 list, but definitely it should be that foundation. It should be at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah. I'll comment on that when I bring up my list, but let's just face it, the first product of the year, flagship that comes out, we all get it. We all are excited about it. But when I look back over the year, I'll give you my thoughts on that here towards the end.
All right. So number 3, Topps Chrome.
I enjoyed Topps Chrome this year. I did not enjoy Update, but I did enjoy the original Chrome.
All I'm going to say is it's Topps Chrome.
Yeah.
There's really nothing to really. The only thing that this actually had to offer that would probably at least put it on this list. This is probably the biggest one that they use for the MVP buyback program. That's about it.
100%. 100%.
All right. Number 2. 23 Bowman.
It's Bowman, baby.
It's Bowman, just not the preferred Bowman, in my opinion.
True that.
Okay. I'm just going to leave it at that. And then number 1, and I'm not feeling it. 23 Bowman Chrome.
So that I imagine is what you're thinking. That's the preferred Bowman product of the year usually. But I thought it was very lackluster this year myself. But who knows? In 5 years, maybe there's somebody crazy in that, and we're all going to be trying to get that. And yeah, you've got a lot of criteria and a lot of things with your top 5. Why don't you go ahead and go into your, divulge what you've got for us here?
All right. So when I first saw this article, I showed it to Adrian, and I told her that this list was all sorts of wrong. It's about as wrong as two boys kissing at church. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. But before I came up with my top 5, and I will be including a couple of honorable mentions because it was really hard to actually come up with a solid top 5 initially. But the criteria that I had, and again, my criteria may not necessarily fit everybody else's, because whether it's preference, whether it's choice in product, whether it's affordability, what I may afford, Adrian may not, or vice versa. So, I mean, I took all that into consideration, but my criteria was price and affordability. Okay. Is the product within affordability? Is it going to break the bank? Okay. The next thing is the value / ROI, or return on investment. I don't want to be that guy to spend $300 on a hobby box, and I come out, if I decided I wanted to flip some stuff, I'm only making like $15. Makes no sense.
Uh-huh.
The next thing that I put on here was, what type of checklist does this product have? Okay. We already know Panini's already out the question. There's no active players, and you're almost guaranteed to see a cool Papa Bell at least 3 times on every Panini checklist you could think of. Number 4 is the design of the card itself and its eye appeal. Okay. So we did have some products that, came up with the design of it. They look cool. You just gravitated towards it. And, that's some of the things that I use. And then the last one that I use, availability. How hard, or how many mountains, or how many babies from burning buildings do I need to save to get a hold of this product? So the honorable mentions that I actually came up with is, and this is in no particular order, Topps Gilded and Topps Cosmic. Okay, those are my honorable mentions. Now, my top 5, number 5 would be Series 1, because again, you should have the first flagship on any list. because everybody's all about the flagship. Number 4 for me was Topps Pristine. You know, good quality card stock, good design. It's affordable. The checklist is good. All the autographs, the relics, they're good. Okay, you're getting your money's worth. Number 3, and I'm only putting this because it released this year. 2022 Platinum Anniversary. Very affordable. The design is awesome. The checklist, it's still massive. I mean, but they did knock off 250 names, but you get everybody that you could think of in that product. Okay.
And
All the autographs.
let me interrupt you real quick because I wanted to so people know Mr. Enfuego is going by stuff that released in 2023. Now, Platinum Anniversary was a 2022 product. What was the other one that was 2022? There was another one, but he's talking about stuff that released in 2023.
Yes.
And I definitely Platinum Anniversary was a fun, affordable rip. But anyways, go on. Excuse my interruption.
My number 2, Bowman Chrome Sapphire. I mean, honestly, any sapphire is a good sapphire, in my opinion. But Bowman Chrome, the reason why I actually put that one on my list is because they have that new black variation. And I just fell in love with that overall.
That is a gorgeous card.
And then the insert that they actually included, the Sapphire Selections. That's another one that got me.
Yeah.
And then my number 1, and a lot of people would not have thought to put this on their list, the Topps X collection. And I'm talking about the collection that not only Julio Rodriguez came up with, but Bobby Witt came up with, Wander Franco, Taylor Swift, and then you got Bob Ross.
Taylor Swift
Actually came up with her own set.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
Okay, so for those that just got confused or anything like that, the one that immediately comes to mind is the Topps X J-Rod Show Out collection. That one came out there. It was available at the All-Star game. Some of the boxes with the 3 packs in it, and then later it came out with the box with 3 packs, and then there was a collector's box that had 10 packs in it. And Topps X also, I'm sorry,
I made a boo-boo.
Oh, boo-boo.
I got the wrong Taylor. It's not Taylor Swift. It's Lauren Taylor.
Lauren Taylor. I was like, what the fuck? You're going to get oh my God, clip. Thank you. There's going to be a lot of shorts in that this week. Oh my God.
Don't roast me.
Lauren, I'm like, Taylor Swift? What? I see what Travis Kelce and Taylor have done to us. Now, Lauren Taylor, she is an artist, and an amazing artist at that. And she's drawn some beautiful baseball cards. And I do have a Bo Bichette Lauren Taylor card. So thank God. Thank you for clearing that up, because I was just like, what? Why are we talking about this? Okay. What do you guys think of Mr. Enfuego's top 5? Write it down, take a note, and let them know in the after hour show after the Baseball Junkies podcast. I'm ready for my list, and then
let's hear it.
Do a little back and forth. Okay, all right, guys. I'm going to say in no particular order. Should I say in no particular order?
Well, do you have honorable mentions?
My honorable mentions definitely is Gilded. If you can afford it, Gilded is the higher, like mid to higher end product that's too expensive. Buy singles, but that set is gorgeous. They've done a really good job with that set. I like it. When I look over the Topps Rip set, I definitely think Cosmic should be on that set. Cosmic, I've seen people commenting about it, and you did the same thing. Maybe when it came out, but it was not $500. I just like. I'm on Blowout tonight. It's $375. So I don't think it was ever too much more than that, but I could be wrong.
No, that's about right, because I did do a video with Topps Cosmic Chrome, and I do recall it was just under $400.
So I was pleasantly surprised, and that was one of the only products, hobby boxes, that I ripped on the channel this year. So I really liked Topps Chrome Cosmic this year. I really liked Topps Chrome 2023 Topps Chrome. That is it. Update. Ugh. I feel, the thing with Topps Chrome Update, I feel like ever since they've made that a hobby product, and not just the mega boxes at like Target and Walmart. I feel like they've ruined that product. I don't know how exactly how like put it in words, but it's just been since they've made it a hobby. Anyways, I know this is another kind of expensive one, but Bowman Chrome Sapphire was amazing this year. And I wish I bought a box of that for my brother-in-law and I ripped it on the channel. It was about $220 on Tops. I wish I would have bought more for that. Beautiful freaking cards, and I hadn't seen too many boxes where you didn't get your money's worth out of them.
Right.
Another one I think we forget because it came out way earlier in the year. Tops Finest was really good this year. Lots of good inserts, lots of good autos. Tops Finest is definitely on my list. So I got Cosmic, I got regular Chrome, I got Bowman Chrome Sapphire, Finest. Gilded was on my honorable mentions. And then I'm going to put that Tops X Julio on my list. For the price and what you got out of it, if you guys saw any rips, there were tons of numbered cards in that, tons of nice autos. Surprisingly, super loved the. I wouldn't think that these player collected like player made sets would be one of my favorites, but it was for the price was good,
and that was a driving force of the sales.
100%. Another one on the honorable mention list I'm gonna throw out this year was Topps Inception, a product I usually do not like at all. I enjoyed it this year. Now we did talk. So Topps Flagship. We were going to talk about that. It was on the list and whatever. So Topps Flagship, that's the first flagship product that comes out being year. We all are excited about that. Sales, that's the one that when you look at Topps Series 1, Series 2 update, Series 1 is always the one that they sell the most of, they make the most of because they sell the most of it. Because it's the first product, your first chance at getting the new rookie cards and things of that nature. So, I mean, I'll put that as an honorable mention because it's just like that's what I'm gonna get no matter what, always.
Right.
So as far as like my favorite, the cards look so cool and all that stuff. Those other ones that I put on the list are where I'm at with that. In Series 1, yeah, it's also super affordable. I feel like anybody can get it, which is awesome, and have shots at really good cards.
Definitely.
What else you got?
I mean, I'm looking at the chat right now and I'm seeing a lot of names of products that we have not brought up. We will be talking more about this in the after hours show and we'll dive a little deeper on it. Okay. But
I know this is on the spot and because it just came in my mind right now on the spot. And we can answer it later if you want, whatever. What was the product you hated the most? Topps. Only Topps.
The product that I hated the most.
You just this year.
I would probably have to say not a real fan of Heritage.
Oh my God, that's mine too. And I usually love Heritage. Previous years I've loved Heritage. Heritage did not do it for me this year at all. And
Heritage was a
I'm bummed about it. But so yeah, you guys definitely let us know what you guys think. And man, I want to open baseball cards so bad right now.
One shameless plug that I do want to add.
Yes.
Okay. And it happened early in the week. I want to go ahead and give a special shout out to Aiden's Collections. Oh, yes. His video actually made it onto If Sports Cards for the top 10 under honorable mentions. Okay. But what makes that more special is, and I don't want to glorify it too much, but I guess in the hobby today, it's kind of a big deal. So Aiden actually made did a sale transaction with one of the sports card influencers by the name of Card Collector 2. And the card we're talking about is the SuperFractor image variation of Marvin Harrison Jr.
Which is a football player, right?
Which is football.
Yeah.
Okay. I did a little research on it, and that card easily raw goes for $1,000. Easy.
Woo! Congratulations, Aiden. Aiden's got a fun channel. He's a young kid who's hustling, does breaks and stuff. So definitely check him out. You had some other stuff you wanted to mention. We're getting close to the end of the podcast here. What is the stuff you wanted to?
I'm saving that for my show when it's on.
You're saving it for your show.
Yes.
Okay. So I wanted to kind of announce something here at the end of the podcast for those that watch. I'm going to be dropping a video tomorrow morning sometime. I'm not going to tell you what time exactly, but you're going to want to be. It's only like a 2-minute long video. The channel members have already seen it, and channel members, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody what's going on. But I'm going to drop that video tomorrow. You're going to want to watch it. It's like 2 minutes. Watch the whole thing entirely. And that's all I'm going to say. You're not going to want to miss this one. That's all I'm going to say about that. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas.
Happy
Christmas
holidays.
is on Monday. I have another fun hiking Christmas little video that I'm going to probably put out on Christmas Day for you guys to, watch whenever you're, like passed out from eggnog or what have you. And I can't thank you guys enough for everything you guys have done for my channel and for this podcast this past year. I've already got a Merry Christmas. The podcast is moving on up. We'll probably share. We did get like this little statistics thing from Buzzsprout. That's who we go through to get our podcast all listed up. And it was like some fun, like stuff that just kind of blew our minds that like really, I don't know. I'm just so thankful. I'm so grateful. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today at the podcast. Definitely come and hang out and chat with us more one-on-one in the after hours show in about a half an hour on Mr. Enfuego's channel. And yeah, Merry Christmas and have a great night.